friend of mine alerted me to something. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen on Netflix.
Environmentalists claim a weed killer going on corn crops is winding up in baby formula. The weed killer washes off crops, gets into groundwater, and that ends up at your tap.
That's me 25 years ago when I was a reporter in Washington, D.C. Seeing your younger self used to illustrate a particular event in history makes you feel old. But I can one-up that example. This was from a report for my Washington Watchdog franchise when I was a reporter for CONUS. CONUS provided news stories to 100 newsrooms around the country. I worked in the Washington Bureau. CONUS was also the biggest name in TV news that you never heard of. That was kind of our unofficial motto. CONUS was famous because it invented the satellite news truck. This is it, CONUS 1. I saw it on display in the museum, a one-time Washington, D.C. museum dedicated to the history of journalism in America. I worked with that truck. A tool I worked with is a museum artifact. Kind of makes me feel like one of those caveman mannequins making tools in the Museum of Natural History. CONUS still maintains its archives and sells video clips from the 80s and 90s. I'm just hoping that maybe, just maybe, Netflix producers will probe the depths of the CONUS archives and tap into a rich vein of Tex Turner stand-ups. I'm looking at it as a new beginning. Just let them sweet, sweet royalty checks start pouring in. I'm Tex Turner, and I got a lot of stories. Stay tuned. Wait a second. YouTube wants me to read a disclaimer. This is not a paid promotion for the CONUS archives. I get no royalty checks from the CONUS archives. However, if you are a Netflix producer who wants to make me feel old, and I'm looking at you, Pat Rogers, then the link to the CONUS archives is in the description below. Now, back to that steak.